Welcome to the 11th edition of the Mercedes-Benz Classic Car Rally, where like every year, this time it is bigger and better. The Mercedes-Benz Classic Car Rally has grown to become the gold standard for vintage and classic car rallies the world over. Having revived and encouraged interest in vintage and classic Mercedes-Benzes in India, MBCCR has created a vibrant community of both seasoned and renowned vintage and classic car collectors and restorers, as well as a younger generation of enthusiasts who are taking their first steps into the world of Mercedes-Benz classics. This year though was a bit more special thanks to 40 years of the iconic 124 series that celebrates the quintessential modern classic that spearheaded Mercedes-Benz's official entry into India and the modern classic car movement globally. The 124 spanned many historic versions which have all gained immense popularity with the audiences. But that wasn't all. The 11th edition of MBCCR also paid tribute to an automotive legend who was a father to some extremely special cars, the iconic Bruno Sacco. There was also the supercharged class that includes the original compressor series from the 1930s, with cars like Hormuzji Kama's 500K, the 540K from the Pranlal Bogidal collection, and Hemant Kumar Ruya's 630K. Also the super limousine class including the Nürburg, 600 Grosser, and multiple variants of the 300 Adenauer series. Here's the man at the helm of the rally, Persis Bandrawala, sharing his thoughts on the ever-growing event.
So, what makes this edition so special and every MBCCR edition so special is that we have cars like the 1886 Benz Patent Motor Wagon, which is the first automobile in the world, to the state-of-the-art supercar, the SLS AMG. And of course, the big highlight for this year is that we have 95 cars, and of which I would say almost 55 cars and above are all making a show debut this year.
Also making the 11th MBCCR special was the Mile Muncher class, which was a special showcase of the cars that drove down from faraway locations just to be at the rally. It had participants driving down from Goa, Lucknow, Kochi and Rajkot to name a few, proving why Mercs were known to be tanks and had unshakable reliability. A regular participant in the rally, Mr. Pratap Singh Gaikwad, came along with his 280CE Carlson rally car that stood out even in this distinguished group.
Yeah, I mean, new cars every year, and the standard is going up, so it's really growing. This event has played a significant role in the values of Mercedes-Benz as well, and to create that sort of demand for these cars too. So it's very interesting.
Also taking part was chairman of the Raymond Group and an ardent auto enthusiast and collector, Mr. Gautam Singhania, with his 1950s 300 Adenauer and an extremely rare 170V Roadster.
It's amazing. I think Autocar and Mercedes have built a great event for the city of Mumbai. It's always good to see some of these old beauties come out. Many of them may come out once a year, like my cars. So it's a great event. Congratulations.
Gracing the event like every year was also Mr. Vivek Goenka, who brought along 8 of his prized Mercs, including the iconic 600 Grosser and the 300 Adenauer. The excitement from returning participants was just as palpable as their first time.
Event, as usual, I have been as a participant and a spectator for this event since this inception, so since the last 11 years of the event. Every year it's getting bigger, greater and better.
Amazing. So I have been part of this MBCCR journey from your first edition, which I think was held at the NCPA. And then it moved from Trident and then to Land's End for the last few years. It's been a superb journey. It just keeps getting better and better every year. And it's phenomenal to be a part of this entire Mercedes-Benz Classic Car Rally. So thank you guys.
The owners and aficionados tiptoed around some impeccable automobiles like the beautiful 190 SL owned by Johan Poonawalla that once belonged to Maharani Gayatri Devi of Jaipur. The equally stunning 1929 Nürburg owned by Yashwadhan Ruya, also regarded as one of the most well-restored Nürburgs in the world, was a sight to behold. And there was also the 300 SC that belonged to the Pranlal Bogidal collection, shining in all its glory. 95 cars participated, out of which 60 were making their debut, ensuring that each year there are more cars coming out of the hiding and gracing the streets with their timeless beauty. Mercedes-Benz India's CEO and MD Mr. Santosh Iyer was equally mesmerized by the turnout.
I think it's always a very special feeling to come here. I still remember 11 years back when we started this, we were thinking twice at that point of time, but this is growing in stature,
As you said, 65 new cars out of the 96 coming in, and I met a lot of customers who said next year we bring the next new car. I think that's great. Also, this year is special with Bruno Sacco's tribute, which I saw. The cars really emotional to see how the design developed. So thanks to Autocar, thanks to Percy's as well. I think a fantastic event, and thanks to our customers for restoring these cars in immaculate condition.
The MBCCR is of course an event for owners to bring out these beauties, but also part of the experience is a drive that is a moving museum for car fans around the city of Mumbai. If you think only Bollywood stars get attention, think again, because the convoy of stunning mugs was no less than a blockbuster superstar. The cars rumbled through the streets of Bandra onto the Worli ceiling to stretch their legs and back at the Taj Lands End in Bandra. The owners felt a rush of nostalgia and had even more appreciation for the turnout that allows them to enjoy their prized possessions. Pulling the curtain on the 11th edition of the MBCCR, even Autocar India editor Hormuz Sorabji was surprised at the response.
MBCCR, it just keeps growing, getting bigger and better. 95 cars, and that's not all. We've got 60 new cars never seen before making their show debut over here. I think what we are really thrilled is that this Mercedes-Benz Classic Car Rally has become the backbone of the entire classic car movement in India. And I think really this has really fostered such a strong community. And more than that, people are exchanging cars, buying cars, and in effect even driving up the value of these classic cars. So really I think what this event has achieved is absolutely unparalleled.
Unparalleled it was, and like every year, it seems this edition was the absolute best, and topping this is going to be one tall order. But given how enthusiastic classic car owners are and Mercedes fans are, it won't be surprising if the next year is even bigger and more special.